guys, what's up? It's Zach back here again for Down South Racing, and I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's been raining all day. It's actually like sprinkling a little bit right now, and I apologize for the lighting. It's kind of late already. It's about 7 o'clock during the day, so I got a little bit of a late start. I had kind of planned to upload a different video today, but things didn't go as planned, as usual in life, but oh well. So today, the rain was actually giving me a good idea, and a question I'm sure a lot of people have is, well, at least Mustang people, car people, when you first get your car, they come with a certain set of wheels and tires, and normally, tires from the factory are pretty good, but not the best. That's, cost effective and stuff like that because manufacturers order those, specific to their cars so they can get better prices on them, and, that helps car buyers out because it makes the cars cheaper. So I'm going to talk about today the setup I have on my car as far as street tires go, at least, and why I think it is the best as far as street driving and street drivability and a mix of, everyday drivability, because I do drive my car every day, rain, snow, sleet, sunshine, whatever, and my tires have well over 20,000 miles on them already and 20 plus trips to the track, and they still have tread on them, they still work, stuff like that, they still go through rain, and so I'm going to talk to y'all about that here.
So I don't know how well y'all can see that, but my front tires are Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s. They are 285 section in the front, and they're on 19 by 10 inch wheels. And so these tires right here have done incredibly well for me, and I would recommend them to anyone. They're pretty cheap also. They're, a little bit under the couple $100 a piece range for at least this size. And so, I mean, that's pretty hard to do as far as, good tires go. These are not an all season, but I will tell you all from personal experience that they do extremely well in the rain. I have been through some torrential downpours in these, and they have performed flawlessly.
And guys, obviously, at least on your front tires, if you can rotate your tires, you always want the better set of tires on the front. And I'm not going to say that I have a better set on the front because they're pretty equal in terms of at least my own opinion, but these tires in the front here are made by, I have Firestones in the front, and they're made by a little bit more well-known manufacturer who probably tests them a little bit more, but they do extremely well. They beat off water, or not really beat off water. They go through water very well. They don't hydroplane very badly at all, and they perform extremely well when you're spiritedly driving. I mean, back roads in these tires, like I said, they're 285 section width tires. They're monster tires for the front. That's as wide as you can go on an S550 Mustang in the front, and they grip extremely well.
But one of the first things that people notice about my car most often is the rear tires, and they come up to my car and they're like, oh my gosh, your tires are huge. And like, if you look at the front tires compared to the back tires, you can definitely see that there's quite a bit of a difference, and that's because in the front they are 285/35/19, and in the back they are 285/45/19. And on the rear, again, I don't know how well y'all can see this, but my tires on the rear are an Atturo AZ850. I first learned about these tires from RP Productions. He put them on his old Scat Pack, and they knocked 2/10 off his 0 to 60. And as you can see, fairly well at least, sorry, the tread is pretty good. It's nothing like, a radial or nothing like that, but it's a pretty soft compound, actually. Like, if you feel of it here in person, it's pretty soft, and so that's what makes these tires good and grippy. But again, they are a summer performance tire, but they handle rain extremely well, and that's very important to me, again, because I drive my car every day. And even though these tires are very wide here and very wide in the front also, they do handle quite well, and so that's a big deal to me.
But the cool thing about the Atturo AZ850s is most people don't believe them don't believe me when I tell them I gave $100 a piece for these tires. $100. And these tires right here, like I said, have went 20,000 miles. I still have a lot of tread left. 20 plus track passes of doing a burnout before each and every single one of them, a pretty good burnout too, so obviously they last well. The compound is soft, but the rubber seems to not, I don't know, burn away very easily. Like, I know on my stock Pirelli all-season tires I used to have on my EcoBoost Mustang, if I did any burnout whatsoever, I could noticeably tell afterwards how much tread was gone, and so these are not like that at all. But I will tell you all that Jared used to have these set of tires on the rear and front of his 15 full bolt-on car, and he was cutting 1.960 foots on the Firestones. Now, I cut 1.960 foots on my stock converter 2017 auto car here, but I think there's a little bit of room left because on 24 PSI tire pressure, they're perfect. It's literally like I put my car in sport mode, advanced track, I stall it up to about 1500 RPM at the most. I let off the brake and I pretty much go, as soon as the car leaves, I go full throttle and there's no spin, don't even hardly chirp at all. So I got the great idea, you know, like you do at the track, you know, you're trying to do everything you can to make your car go faster and such. So I was like, I'm gonna let them down to 21 PSI. Did that, they hooked really hard, but the car wheel hopped and it went slower. So 24 PSI I think is about the limit, but I'm considering doing a Steed to stop the hop kit, and so I'm gonna push these tires as far as I can. But like I said, guys, $100 a piece. How can you beat that? Another thing, guys, I like about my current setup on my car is the Rod A is very good to be, yeah, like I said, you know, they are a softer compound, but they're still, you know, a street summer performance tire. So they're not exactly soft by any means, but there is no road noise from any of these tires. And on my stock all-season Pirellis, there was a crazy amount of road noise. Please, for the love of God, unless it's a Pirelli Trofeo R, do not buy Pirellis. They're just crap. I don't know, some of the Pirelli P0 Corsas I guess are pretty good too, but Michelin makes much better tires. I would put, you know, some of these tires up against anything, honestly, and especially cost-wise. I mean, these are half of any Michelin, basically. Those are even less than that, and so, I mean, it's very tough to beat. Now, we'll say the Atturos, you can only run on the rear. I learned this from personal experience. I ordered 4 of them thinking, wow, I'm going to be, you know, cool and all this, that, and the other, and they came in, and I did not realize at the time, I did not know what the 45 meant, and so 45 means that the sidewall is 45% of 285 the width, and so that's why they're so much taller in the rear. So instead of 35% here on the front, they are 45%. The sidewall is the height of the width of the tire in the rear, so that's why they're so much taller in the rear. But I also like this setup personally because
I don't know how well you all can see, but in the rear, the wheel gap is almost non-existent on stock springs, and in the front, the wheel gap is very minimal. And also, my car has a slight, ever so slightly, rake towards the front, and so it looks kind of like my car is lowered even though it's on stock springs, so that's pretty cool. And like I said, guys, I still have plenty of tread. Like, look right here, my finger still goes down in there. Like, look, I mean, you know, that's, it goes, let's see. I still have that much tread left after all that stuff. So, I mean, in the front, it's the same deal. The tread pattern is obviously different, but I mean, it's, you know, still a very similar amount. It's even more in the front, obviously, because they don't get spun and stuff as much.
And guys, I will obviously put in a couple clips to show you all how well my rear tires hook on the track. I don't really have any videos of me like going like quickly, like that's you're going to be able to visibly tell from the outside, but just trust me when I say, you know, my car, these cars right here are 3,700-ish pounds, give or take, you know, so much. And you know, count my weight. Like I said, I'm a big guy, you know, I'm 6'5", a couple hundred pounds. So I mean, you know, you're talking a 3,900 pound car probably at a minimum with me driving it. And my car handles very well. The only complaint I have is on the stock non-performance pack springs. It sways just a little bit, but I have noticed that the car seems to rely more on the grip of the tires more so than the balance of the chassis, if that makes sense. Like the car will roll and kind of settle in, and then I can feel it like clinging with the tires, and so that's good in essence because it means the tires are working. But I think the car could use some stiffer springs, possibly some lowering springs, and so I think that might help out a lot, or possibly a strut tire brace. Hint, hint, future mods. But the car, you know, even just on stock springs, stock non-performance pack springs, it rides and handles extremely well on these tires.
All right, guys, so y'all know I'm pretty honest and straightforward with you. So this is my most recent problem with my car. Watch what happens when I unlock it. My driver's side turn signal does not work anymore. These Op7 Aero LED sequential turn signals have been great. I've had them for a month, but here in the last couple days, the left turn signal function at least has quit working, which makes no sense to me as to why the running light here still works, but even when you lock it, the passenger side one works and the driver's side doesn't. So I've been in contact with Op7, and they are offering me either a warranty exchange or full refund. So comment down below what you guys think I should do, because it'll probably be the middle of next week before I know what I'm going to do. I have 60 days from my original order, so I'm still going to have about another 20-25 days to decide really like what I want to do. Like here, I mean, I'll let y'all look at them one more time, sorry. But I mean, I love the turn signals, but the fact that this one broke after just a few weeks makes me kind of wonder. And also my driver's side fog light went out, so I kind of wonder if it had something to do with that. So I don't know. I don't really want to put the stock ones back in because I think they look like crap. But again, guys, just let me know what you all would do.
But guys, we're kind of running out of light here, and it's starting to kind of sprinkle again. Thank you, Hurricane Florence. By the way, if you're watching this from the Carolinas, I hope y'all are, still doing well. Hope you're staying safe, stuff like that. Don't be doing anything too crazy, please. I don't like watching people, put themselves in harm's way. But prayers, thoughts and prayers, still with you guys. Very thankful to all of our first responders, people like that in the military and stuff that are helping out down there. I know everyone down there appreciates you all. But guys, like I said, that's going to do it for this video. If you have any further questions on my tire setup, feel free to comment down below. As far as a drag racing setup, I mean, any skinny in the front is about equal. Some have been known to blow up, so you just kind of got to do your research. But as far as a slick in the rear, people either go with a Hoosier or like an MT Street R full slick. Or some people just do like a radial, do like an NT05R Nitto, or like a Mickey Thompson ET Street SS. So that's about as much info as I know on those. I'm not super big into that because I like the fact that I drive my car every day on the same tires as I take it to the track with, and it still performs pretty well. But guys, subscribe for more videos like this. We put out videos at a minimum every other day, even though we put out a whole week's worth in a row, 7 videos in a row last week. That probably won't always happen because I am in college and so are the other members of the channel, but keep an eye out for Jared's video. It's probably going to go live tomorrow. He made a cool video for you all, and so I'm going to get that uploaded tomorrow for you all. But this video right here is just something cool, it's just kind of informational. I hope you all can, use it to your advantage. If you have an S550 or Mustang in general, comment down below your tire setup, your street tire setup. I'd love to know, do you guys prefer all seasons? Because it's not really worth it to have summer performance tires just driving around and then you have a set of track tires, drag tires, whatever. Or, do you always just go with summer performance tires? Obviously, you know what I did. But guys, drop this video a like if you enjoyed it. I hope you all did. I hope you found it informational like I said. Again, please subscribe. We are almost at 3,300 subscribers, guys, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We're trying to grow. Next YouTube call-out's coming up pretty fast. We're at about a month away up in Maple Grove, Pennsylvania. You're more than likely going to see me and Jared up there, maybe even Wade. Like I said, school would be our only limiting factor, but it is going to be on a Saturday, even though it is a very long drive. About 9-10 hours for us down here in southeastern Kentucky. So we're hoping to make it up there and hope to, again, meet a lot more of you guys. But guys, thank you for watching. I'm about to go inside and get this video edited and uploaded. But until next one, peace out.